think it's interesting because a lot of CISOs want to have the opportunity to experience going from started, whatever, through an IPO.
There's a shift that happens when an organization decides that their exit strategy or, long-term strategy is IPO. That phase is like going from we're a startup to we are on the path to IPO is an inflection point because there's a lot of work that is done simply to prepare, especially for tech, especially for cyber. And then, of course, there's the obvious inflection point, which is the moment of going public. You've gone from being a private company CISO to a public company CISO, and there's implications. In a technology organization, it affects how technology works. Just things like software, releasing software in the SDLC and how that needs to shift, and explaining that to teams that maybe have never been through an audit before of any kind and have never needed to think about things like compliance. No. It requires the participation of an entire organization. So you could, having sat in that inflection point, I usually arrive in an organization with a very technology forward, very defensive, meaning I am a defender, I want to protect. And so I want those to be the business cases for why we do things, that we're going to do a better job of protecting our systems and defending our customers, for example. To go into a place and then have to make that shift where compliance is the sort of backstop for why you're going to do everything. That's a big inflection point as far as planning and thinking about your role and how your team fits in with the rest of the organization.
You're right that there's this mindset shift that needs to occur, and you have to embrace it. Because yes, we got into this industry because we are defenders, and we want to make sure that all of the protections are up and working and operational, but we also want to be a security leader at a large global accountable public company. And so there is this obligation to shift our mindset to make sure that we can evidence that we are compliant with all of the regulations such that we can return to our focus of defending.